Hi guys, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and inspired by life and sponsored by the Kingdom College. I'm Deepak here and my life is beautiful and stay on top of it because I work as well. I have this very beautiful, strange, but very amazing habit of observing. I keep observing and it just speaks to me something. And that's one thing which I've got tuned into life big time, and that is how this very beautiful lessons, motivational messages, inspiring talks keeps happening, especially in 9 minutes motivation. So the other day I was sitting in my house and sipping my tea, and I just happened to see the other side in the kitchen. Abhishek, the cook in the house, was taking the idli batter and pouring in the idli stand to make idlis, and he was doing. The other time I saw him, taking that uh, wheat flour, atta, and pouring water and mixing and making a dough out of it. My mind started running wildly the way it always starts. The philosophical side of mind took over and said that idli batter, you have to make idli batter out of the rice, do all the process, then cook it, steam it, make some chutney to it, add to it to the taste, then eat it, and again you have to chew it, chew it, chew it, chew it, chew it to the point it becomes liquid form. So it goes. So actually, that idli batter, what was outside liquid, again has to become liquid only and go inside. Same thing with chapati. You make that dough, you heat the chapati or make the chapati, you roast it. Sometimes you make puri out of it, you have to fry it. And then again you have to chew it and chew it and chew it and chew it, chew it. And actually inside, if you see, it becomes atta only. It becomes dough again and it goes inside. Why we have to go through all this? The stupid in us always have that edge over sometimes the intelligent in us. The stupid in me started thinking, okay, we can simply have idli batter only we consume. Why does we figure why we have to do all the process and ultimately do the same thing only, right? Isn't it actually in almost every aspect of life? We take birth, grow, we die, again we take birth. But this is something which is a very amazing phenomena of life, right? But you can't consume idli batter in its rawest form. You cannot eat wheat flour in its rawest form. And I think that's what I'm trying to tell all of us is this only. We cannot enjoy life in its rawest form. Because life itself does not have like any kind of taste. You have to add something to it. Sometimes you have to steam it, sometimes you have to cook it, sometimes you have to boil it, sometimes you have to fry it, sometimes you have to just allow it to ferment and it becomes something. So ultimately it is going to be I was born and I will die, but in the entire journey between birth and death, whole thing, this, like, idli batter is raw material for the idli, atta is the raw material for the chapati and puri or the bhaturas, whatever you want to make out of it. Like that, I think life every day, these 24 hours are the raw material for all of us, what you can make out of it on your creativity. Abhishek, my cook, can make out of that atta. He can sometimes choose to make roti out of it. Sometimes he can make chapati out of it. Sometimes he can make falka out of it. Sometimes he can make puri out of it. Sometimes he can make bhatura out of it. Sometimes he can make atta ka halwa out of it. And sometimes he can just make a porridge out of it. 100 things he can do out of it. All depends upon his intelligentsia, his expertise, his experiences, his willingness to make. How, or he can just keep making chapati, 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 chapati all 24, all 12 months, all life, and then he can feel, yeah, life is such a monotonous, boring. Life is not monotonous, boring, but life itself is a it's a raw material. This 24 hours that I have got today, you have got today, it's the raw material that we have got. Now, how are you going to this use this raw material with your experience, expertise, smartness, creativity? That's what Every day can be either like how people in South India will only eat rice every day, people from North India will only eat chapati roti every day. Will we also make same thing out of 20 parts every day? Is it? I remember meeting somebody. He was a person in a bank, working in the bank. Came to my one of my program, holistic program, and happened to talk to him. And I asked him, "What do you do?" He said, "I am working in a bank." And I said, "Oh, okay. So how much experience do you think you have?" He said, "I have 24 years of experience in the bank." I said, "Come again?" He said, "Yeah, I have 24 years of experience in the bank." I said, "With 24 years of experience, somebody should be where? Where you're in the bank, just couple of positions you have promoted, and then you're still there, which means what you're basically saying is you have 1 year of experience, or that clerk in the office or the accountant in the office, he has one or she has 1 year of experience, repeated 24 years. That can't be called as experience. Experience is something that you have done multiple things. Every now and then something new you have tried. So big exposures, multiple exposures you have got. And because of that exposures, what you have got, that is experience. That is called experience. How many of us are living the same day every day? Then it is like that cook or that lady in the house making chapati for lifetime, and then there is no new taste, there is no newness, there's no freshness, there's no looking forward to. How many times I have seen as a child, I have gone back home with the excitement to ask mama, what is it for that today, what is that you made today, what is it that you cooked today? And my mom tells, it's same thing, chapati. Then my face becomes, what, same chapati yesterday also had. Okay, you can't have every day new things, but there has to be, the variety. And variety comes from your willingness to live a life with colors, with variety, with different beauties. Same raw material only, same 24 hours only, same life only. Life itself has so much variety. Think now winters are going on in Bangalore. Such an amazing, beautiful, outstanding climate weather in Bangalore. But this will not, suppose this remains 12 months, we won't enjoy it. Another 3 more months, by March ending or mid March, holy time, it will start becoming hot. And it has its own charm, its own. Life itself has so much variety here. Come on. So much beauty of nature. Everything is every day new. Every sunset is different. Every sunrise is different. Every morning breeze is different. Every morning dew is different. A different flowers, different on different leaves of the, and it just can go on, go on. On raw material is still the same. Raw material is still that atta, is still the idli batter. Sometimes you make out of that batter dosa. Sometimes you make out of idli. Sometimes you make utama out of it. Sometimes you make onion. Sometimes you add variety. It's up to you. Don't expect too much from life if you and me are not willing to equally add something from our side. Yeah, don't expect the day to be new. Expect what new can you do in the day to day, and that's how the day will become. Don't expect too much from the atta. It's atta only. It's going to be flour for lifetime. What can you make out of it? That's genius. That's your smartness. That's your creativity. That's yours, and that is called your life. Your life, you create. Don't expect too much from life. It will give anyway a lot to you. That believe that we will make something new out of it. Let's start this beautiful, beautiful day, my life. Guys, here we go. Guys, go get set and